So with our key features of the graph, we want to look at a graph and be able to say things about it just by looking at it or looking at its equation. So we did domain and range. Now we're going to be talking about increasing or decreasing. So basically it's just saying, is the graph going up? Is the graph going down? And what are the places that it's doing that? Extrema means that we have a bump or a valley. So maximum would be, it would be like this, like a bump, like that. And minimum would be like this. There's a minimum spot. So when we look at a graph, can you say these things? Where is the graph going down? Where is the graph going up? So one thing you have to know, we always look at when the graph is going, when the x values are increasing. So we start over here and go this way. So if we started this way and say you were a little car driving, would you be going down? Would you be going up? You'd be going down, so we're decreasing here. At this point, this is a valley, so that's an extreme point. So that's, you're not increasing or decreasing there, it's a minimum. So here, your car, you'd be going up. Oh, you reach the top. Here you're going down, you're decreasing. Again, you're in a valley, and then you go up. So looking at the graph, you should be able to say, okay, where are these things happening? So I do like to find the extreme first. We call them the extrema. Extrema, I don't even know. Okay, so we call this a max. Now, it's not really a real max. We call it a relative max. It's not a real max because it goes up forever. So the only spot that is a relative maximum is right here. The rest of these are, it goes on for infinity, so it's not. So this is a relative maximum. Now, what is that point? Well, that point is 0, 0. So with relative max and relative min, we list points. Okay, these are always points. Okay, it says it up in the notes above. But okay, relative minimum. Now this is actually two minimums. Whoa, I hate when it does that. This is actually two minimums, here and here. The real minimums, but we still call them relative minimums. Okay, now this isn't exact. So I'm just going to round at this point. Just guess. It's negative 1.5 or negative 1.5 or negative 3 over 2. And then negative 4. Also, another spot would be 1.5 and negative 4. Okay, so these are your two minimums. Now I'm going to show you how to do this in your calculator if you have an equation, but if they don't give you the equation, you kind of have to guess just the way it is, and you have to become pretty close, and that is fairly close there. Okay, so now we're going to look and say, okay, where is the graph decreasing? So from here, so remember, we start from this way. So we start from here. Oh, there's the graph. It's going down from forever. So let's do decreasing first. So we use interval notation here, so it goes from forever, okay, in the direction this way to wherever this relative minimum was, this negative 1.5. Okay, we're always using our x values. Okay, what are the x values where the graph is going down? Where f of x is going down. So where else? Okay, well this here, it's going up right here. So it's going down here. So from here to here, it's going down. So again, x values. What are the x values there? So it's also, so union 0 to 1.5. Okay, remember, always your x values. Increasing, same thing. Always our x values. Where is the graph going up if I'm traveling in this direction? So I start here. This is going down. Holy cow. This is going down. So from here up, that's going up. So that's, again, that minimum point starting there. So it's negative 1.5. Again, x values. Going up to 0. It's increasing until it gets to 0. Then it's going down. And then starting at that minimum again, 1.5 to infinity. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, so look in here. Extrema. What are the extreme points and what is the max? Where is it increasing or decreasing? So these are the things that we want to know. So let's do that. My handwriting is very bad on this thing. So let's do a relative max. So where is it higher than anything else around it? Well, right here at this bump. So that point right there, remember relative max is a point, so it's 1, 4. A minimum, well that's down here at that, right here, this is the lowest than anything around it. So it's 3, 0. So those are the only two max or relative extrema that we have. So now where is the graph increasing? Let's do that for, it doesn't matter which one you do first. So increasing. Remember, we're going this way on the graph. So if you were driving a car, where would you be going up? Well, I'd be going up from infinity to that 1. Remember, it's always your x values. Okay, always get your values from x. So it's to here. And then this is going down. It's going down here. So then it's going up from this 3 to infinity. So where would the graph be, where would the car be going up? So decreasing, again, your x values, it's just in this distance right here, from here to here. So it's 1 to 3. Always use the regular soft taco or the parentheses here, because right at the extreme points, right here, these points, it's not going up or going down. The car is kind of steady. Okay, so the last thing here is if you're given a graph, or if you're given an equation. So you may have to plug this into your calculator. I put this so that you could see it here. Okay, so if we need to find the extreme points here, it's not exactly straightforward. So I gave you the directions down here on how to do it. We'll go over it in class again. Okay, so the relative maximum. Okay, well, there's two of there's only one. So the relative maximum here, that's obvious. That's a good point. So that is -1, 0. This one right here, I can't even round there. So follow your directions here. Put the equation in y1. Go and just follow the directions. If you can't follow them, we'll do them again in class, and hopefully you'll get this. So you have to be able to find your maximum and your minimums in your calculator. Okay, so here the relative minimum turns out to be -2, -0.2, and -1.1. In this case, I'm rounding just so that I can not write everything, and generally we'll tell you where to round. If we don't, then write the whole thing out. Okay, and only guess if you don't have an equation. So they gave you an equation, so your calculator will tell you an accurate minimum or maximum point, whatever you need. So then you just say, okay, where am I increasing? Where am I decreasing? So here's increasing. It's going from -infinity to -1. And then we union that with -0.2 to 1. So remember, it's always going to your x value. And then also, finally, here is also increasing 1 to infinity. Now you'll notice right here, this is kind of like a flat area. It's not increasing or decreasing right at that point. So it's not a maximum or minimum, but it's still flat there. Okay, so that's why I created 2 instead of just going from here all the way up. Okay, and then finally we have where is it decreasing? It's decreasing from -1 to -0.2. So from here to here, this little minimum point. All right, look this over in your calculator and have a great day.